Hey guys, it's Leo. What's up? I want to first ask you to give me some grace with this lighting. I'm doing the best that I can. It is 9:23 at night p.m. But I wanted to come on and quickly make this video for you guys because I have been thinking about it for a few days. Excuse me, and I haven't been able to come and talk to you guys. Look, I've been going through a lot of spiritual warfare. It's been one. I'm not gonna lie, but that's exactly what I want to come and talk to you guys today about. And so I'm gonna try to make this a brief video for you. And I just want to let you guys know that in all you're doing is pray and petition, pray and petition. Especially in this time, the spiritual warfare is great. Um, and so, prayer and petition is going to be our best friend. Not, and I'm gonna and I've already talked about this in one of my conference calls, and so um, I'm gonna just bring it up for you guys really quickly because this is one of the moments that is so crucial for us all to know. And so let me just share with you kind of what's been going on. So within this last week, it's literally been a week now because it's Wednesday. I've been going through a lot of spiritual warfare, just as in something negative and a negative entity has been trying to tap into my auric field, has been tapping into my auric field. Let me say that because they got me a couple days. Not even gonna lie, they got me down a couple days, but the Lord is good, and so something negative has been trying to tap into my auric field, bring me out of alignment with my purpose, bring me back into my old ways of being, my old ways of thinking, my old ways of doing, and really not only just messing with my mind, but messing with my body on like a hormone level. And, you know, we could just say it's nature, but um, I truly believe it was more than just nature. I believe that nature played its part and in making my body weak because I am a woman. And in my weakened state, that's when that spirit saw an opportunity to come in. And that's exactly what I'm talking to us women. Chi Chi's about to jump across. I don't know why. Oh, I thought she was. Okay. But I'm talking to my women because in that weakened state, because it's gonna come. We can't be strong all the time, every day, forever. We are strong. There are strong women. There are resilient women. There are women out there that can handle things on their own. But we are still women. Even men. There are times where, because we are just human, that we're gonna fall weak. We're going to fall weak, and in those weakened states, that is when you gotta pray and petition the most, the hardest, and I'm telling you guys because this is exactly what I did to get me through. That is when you have to pray and petition the most, um, because in them weakest states, that's when the spirits, them dark dense entities, that's when they know that they can come in, and knock you off your game, sweep you off your feet, pull you back into, and they're gonna pull all the tricks out the hat. Whatever worked for you, whatever, they know how to sway you. So that's when they're gonna knock you back, try to pull you back to that old way of thinking, old way of doing, old way of being, and in them weakened states, I want to tell you guys, okay? I want to tell you guys because this is what happened to me for a while. This is what happened to me for a couple days. I'm gonna say a good 3 days, right? Last week, good 3 days. I felt weak, and so I felt weak, and I did end up reverting back to some of them old ways of doing things, looking for ways to comfort myself, looking for ways to uh, really just wrap myself up. And my old ways of doing was eating. I like eating. I used to like eating comfort foods, which was a lot of sweets that I don't need to be eating. Like I eat sweets all day, but and that's what it was. And the thing about it though is because I made a promise to myself that at that time I was supposed to be fasting, and nature came and did its course on me. And as nature came and did its course on me, um, the spirits came and did their course on me and got to my mind, got to my body as I was in my weakened state, right? And so I broke my fast. I was supposed to be doing a fast. I broke it. And at first, this is how the spirit works, right? So at first, you know, I know I broke my fast, but I know that what's happening to my body is nature, is natural, and though I broke my fast, I know that this is just one day, and tomorrow I can get right back on it. But in that same sense of me knowing that, my mind is also going down this rabbit hole, right, of negative thinking. And it was also because it also triggered, I noticed this too, like my mind started, like I started wanting to listen to old music that I used to listen to in high school, which is nothing wrong with the music. I love the music, but I noticed as I was listening to the music, falling asleep, and thinking about it the next day, that it was pulling something out of me. It was, or putting something in me that didn't belong there. It wasn't supposed to be there. And it's interesting how the Lord works, because they let me know the next day why it's important. It's important to choose very carefully what type of music that you listen to, and be very intentional about the music, because just like when we're watching TV or anything, it's programming, and so certain music at certain times. I listen to a lot of rock music, guys, from the 90s, 2000s. Like that's my vibe, and a lot of music, even though maybe it's not necessarily bad music, but the intentions. We all know that the music industry. We all know that the music industry and the intentions of the music industry is not so great, and the program and the agenda it's not for nobody's highest. It's not really for nobody's highest grade. It's good, in the music industry now, and so I was receiving those downloads. So it's important to pay attention to the music and that we're consuming, and the things that we're visually consuming, because it opens up a gateway. If we're listening to, like, for example, I'm gonna just use Doja Cat for an example, because Doja Cat is the most recent relevant example. If we're listening to Doja Cat's new music now, after she's gone through her transformation, which is now showing us a physical transformation of who she is now, if we're listening to Doja Cat's new music, we're subscribing to the devil's agenda, things that these demonic spirits that have an agenda to tap into our auric field. And so that's opening a gateway for them to actually come into our auric field, because just because we're listening to the music, even if, wait, let me say it like this. Just because we're listening to the music, that is us agreeing with that, with the agenda, because we allow it, is entering our auric field. And so that's why it's very important for us to pay attention to the music that we're listening to. That was the download that I had received. And so I had noticed I was listening to some of the old music that I used to listen to in high school, and just the what is the word? I'm feeling some pressure on my temple right now, guys. Like, it's kind of intense. Like, I'm trying to fight through it right now as we speak, because these spirits have been nonstop, not gonna lie. But the warfare, and I apologize because I don't have a stand. The warfare that we've been going through, the warfare that I've been going through, has been nonstop, and it's coming through in ways of like, okay, so as I'm trying to get myself back in alignment with where I am, I'm noticing now that I'm having repetitive negative thoughts, and one negative thought is coming after another negative thought, after another, and now I've gone a whole day with all these negative thoughts. And the negative thoughts are things from my past that I know I can't control, things from my past that I've already let go, but they're still coming up. And I'm noticing, and I'm trying to catch it because it's still happening, you guys. Like, this is what I'm trying to tell you, okay? This is what I'm trying to tell you. When you slip up and you fall, you don't have, this is what the Lord told me, you don't have to crash. If you have your eyes set on the Lord, you're actually not going to crash. If you slip up and fall and you pray and you pray and you petition and you pray and you petition, you're not going to crash. You might slip up, you might get some scratches and some bruises, but you're going to catch yourself. You're going to catch yourself. And sometimes, if we think about when we actually fall and we catch ourselves, sometimes it hurts too, depending on how we fell, but it's not going to hurt as much as crashing, right? And so, and we have to be real intentional. We have to be real intentional with this, okay? And so, praying and petitioning, and I've been having to pray for myself and my immediate environment, like I've been telling you guys. And I'm noticing the warfare, because it's like I'm having them negative thoughts. I'm catching them negative thoughts, and I'm praying and rebuking them negative thoughts. I'm going back to the word, which I'm going to share with you guys. Matthew 17, verse 20 and 21. Okay. I might share with you guys a little more, but right now that's what I'm going to share with you guys in a second. But I'm noticing that I'm slipping up, and I'm going back to the word, and I'm praying to the Lord, and I'm rebuking these spirits out of my life, and that's a thing too. And when I'm telling you guys to rebuke these spirits too, you can simply just say, I rebuke you in the name of the Lord. I rebuke you in the name of Jesus Christ. You can say that, but what it means to rebuke, you got to get this in the spirit, okay? You have to know the meanings of these words. What it means to rebuke means to verbally disagree with whatever's happening. So I'm going to give you a real good example, okay? I'm going to give you a real good example. Today, I'm taking an online course, and I'm also in school full-time. I'm going back to college full-time. And so while I'm taking this online course, there is connection issues going on with my course. And there's nothing wrong with the people's connection on their end. There's nothing wrong with my computer. There's nothing wrong with my Wi-Fi. And so why is the connection getting off? Why can't I receive my education that I'm seeking? And so, and I confirmed that there was nothing wrong, because I go on my phone and I tap in on my phone to the lesson, and it's playing just fine, but on my computer it's having all these glitches. I can't hear anything. They're stuttering. You know how glitches go, right? And so in rebuking, I'm gonna tell you exactly what I said. I said, oh man, this spirit is getting on my nerves at this point, and I'm not even frustrated. I'm just like irritated at this point. Like, you got to get out of here. You got to go. You're interrupting my learning time, which is not okay with me. You can no longer be here. You can no longer be here. You have to go. If you're interrupting my learning time, you're interrupting my spiritual time. We got problems, and so you can't be here anymore. You have to go. And as soon as I say that, y'all, the connection starts clearing up. Now, I was getting a little frustrated because, I take my learning time extremely serious, and so I just started listening to it on my phone because it was a lot more clear on my phone, and I don't know why it was tapping into my computer, but it was a lot more clear on my phone. So, and then once I got on my phone, there was nothing it could do, And so you just have to pray and petition. Pray for your neighbors. Pray for yourself. Pray for your friends. Pray for your family. Pray for your neighborhood, your whole block that you on. If you live in the ghetto, pray for the ghetto, okay? Pray for the city. Pray for your state. Pray for your community. Now let me share you this verse really quick. So this is Matthew 17 verse 20. And I've shared with you guys this before, actually. And it's Jesus, and there's a man that comes to him with his child, and he's asking Jesus to heal him. There's like a demon inside of this boy. And Jesus says, and Jesus was able to heal the boy immediately, but his disciples were not able to heal this boy. And so the disciples asked him why they weren't able to draw the demon out. And so Jesus answers, this is verse 20. You are not able to make the demon go out because your faith is too small. Believe me when I tell you, if your faith is only as big as a mustard seed, you could say to this mountain, move from here to there, and it will move. And you'll be able to do anything. This is verse 21. But that kind of spirit comes out only with prayer and petition. See? Okay? And so what he's saying is with small challenges, and like I said, I've talked about this in our conference call, with our great challenges, y'all. With our great challenges, we're able to move mountains. We're able to move mountains from here to there with just a little bit of faith to get through our challenges. Because that little bit of faith is going to bring out a lot of faith. But with spiritual holds, with demonic holds, in this spiritual warfare that we're in, when there's a spirit tapping into our energetic field, pulling us out, pulling us back down, pulling us into the negative, the only way that we can get through it is through prayer and petition, to rebuke. Prayer and petition, and to rebuke the spirit. Because it says the way that Jesus was able to, let me go back, I'm going to give you the verse 2, so you can go look it up yourself. It says, this is verse 18, it says, Jesus gave a strong command to the demon inside the boy. The demon came out of the boy, and the boy was healed. Okay, so that's the rebuke. He commanded that spirit to come out of that boy. And the spirit had nothing else to do but to come out, and this is strong for us to know too, because as we are the body of Christ, y'all listen to me when I'm saying this, okay? Because I'm sorry, this is a long video, but this is a long one coming. I haven't talked to you guys in like 2 days, but as we are in the body of Christ, we are Christ-like. We're made of Christ. And so just as Jesus can speak a word and it can happen, we also have that ability to speak a word and manifest it into our existence, right? And so that's where the idea of when you're telling yourself, oh, I can't, oh, I don't know, oh, this and that, or if you're telling yourself empowering things like, oh, I am, I will, I do, and you uplift yourself or you bring yourself down. And so that's where this idea comes from. And just like Jesus was able to strongly command, rebuke that demon, you're also able to rebuke that spirit, pray, and petition. Those are your 3 keys in this spiritual warfare. And maybe I should have wrapped this up into something simpler. Maybe I might even go make another video tomorrow to make it a shorter video, because this is kind of a lot drawn out, and I do like to give you guys just straight, concise, to the point videos. But I hope that you're able to catch me when I'm telling you guys in this warfare, because I know I'm not the only one. Look, as I was doing my prayers, y'all, I've got confirmation from 2 of my friends already. 2 of my friends that they've been also dealing with these spiritual things. And after I've done my prayers, they've been dealing with these spiritual battles, these things, and they're coming out of them. They're literally coming out of them. It's frustrating to them, but it's because these spirits are so tricky. They try to lie dormant, and they get into your subconscious mind. They get into it, and they make it seem like it's coming from you. They make it seem like it's you, and it's not you. It's not you. And so once you realize, and you might even not completely realize it, it might be still subconscious, but once they're removing themselves, all you can feel is the friction, the dissonance, the frustration. And now you wonder why you're so frustrated. It's because that spirit is being removed. And that's why I'm telling you guys, make sure you pray and petition and rebuke. Pray, petition, rebuke. That's going to be the keys through these next 3 months, I'm trying to tell you. These spirits are wild out here, especially this time now, because it's about to be Halloween. I love Halloween. I truly do. But this is the season of trickery. That's why it's look, trick or treat, man. It's the season of trickery. And so these spirits, they come in and they do these things and they make it seem like it's you. I'm not trying to preach to you, but I hope that you're catching what I'm saying. But I am going to get off of here now because I've been on here for way too long. This video is way too long. But this is Leo. I'm going to wrap this up before I go, though. I'm going to wrap it up before I go. Basically, what I'm trying to tell you is this season and time right now, it is so crucial for you and for your family and for your environment. If you truly want to not get distracted and stay on your path, if you truly want to continue walking down your path with no distractions, because it's going to be inevitable that there's going to come a time where you might fall. If you don't want to crash, if you want to keep your eyes close to the higher self, close to the Spirit, close to the Lord, I'm telling you now, pray, rebuke, petition. Pray, rebuke, petition. That's all I got for you. Hey, if you enjoy these videos, I know this was a long one, but if you enjoy these videos, I would really, really appreciate if you go ahead and give this video a like. Make sure you subscribe. Comment down below if you took anything from this, if it made some sense to you. And like I said, subscribe, because subscribe and share. That helps the algorithm to catch my videos so more people are able to see these. It helps my channel grow, and I would really, really appreciate your support. So this is Leo, and you have a great night. Bye.